Let's do it.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How's
How,
it going?
how is everything looking and sounding? I have not streamed from this room in quite some time.
It's
I'll,
been a minute, I think. I
I'll-
can't remember the last time it was, honestly.
yeah, well, I mean, I, I started changing like some stream stuff downstairs, for my HD consoles stream setup. And I kind of wanted to have some of those same elements in this setup, and I kind of got like halfway done with that, and then just like didn't finish. And then things piled up, and
Yeah.
and I finally got around to running the last cables and stuff. So at present, I am uh, I am free of webcams. I have no webcams currently set up, which I feel like webcams are often like a major source of uh, frustration.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you're using capture cards instead.
right. So what I'm doing, so I have downstairs. I have an older, um, mirrorless camera set up, and at my desk in the room on the other side of this wall, which is the same computer that I'm streaming from now. The like the RetroTink HDMI output runs through the wall uh, to that computer, as well as this webcam, or not webcam. This is actually my main camera. I
Yeah.
would prefer to use an older camera here, but it just the new camera just works out best here, and I feel like that's fine to use it every now and then, just for this purpose. It was just a little easier to set up for this, so it's not going to be permanently here. But what I've done is I've got the cables ready to just plug in HDMI out, set it here very easily, basically very little effort.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is my main good camera that I do basically everything with. But yeah, I've wanted to finally get that finished setting up, and yeah, so I was like, I was in the mood to stream, something on an old console today, and I haven't been able to do that in a little while. So here we are. I mean, aside from Mister, but I mean, I wanted to, I wanted to use my Super Nintendo. So originally today I was, uh, I think it was last week we were talking about, how I was like, did you like clean up any for me? Is your setup like always like pretty together? You don't have just random stuff that you haven't put away sitting on your
Well, I
B-roll
mean, there's
table and
stuff like
stuff
on the
like that.
table, on the B-roll table now because I'm working with it, but
Right, but you get it put away in a timely manner. Like
oh yeah,
things
yeah, yeah.
just
I mean,
start to pile up in my situation. I
that's
was
like one of my favorite things is like finishing a project and then putting everything away.
mm, mm,
Like I can't stand, like having it out after I'm done with it.
yeah, but I mean I don't like it either. But like sometimes laziness wins, which it shouldn't. But I actually I was working on a few things downstairs, like in the setup down there and up here.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? Like and I haven't been successful at this every day this week, but I'm like, I want to make it a point to like every day, if
Mhm.
if there is something in my house not where it should be, I should
Yeah.
spend around an hour. Not much more, not much less, or much less if everything just happens to be together, but most likely that's not going to be the case for a long time. But if it just anything in my house is not where it should be, like I should spend around an hour working on getting some things where they should be, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so I was like, I need to make this a point until I get things really together. But anyway, like part of that, for instance, is well, I actually got the 16 input HDMI switcher set up this
Right.
week. Some things I haven't used it extensively because kind of the main game I've been playing is Jade Empire, which
Mhm.
is the Xbox Series X is not running through it. So I have not used it extensively yet. But I think things are generally working. Some things with some of the switchers I've got daisy chained to it, I'm not sure if they're working
Right.
as they should or not really. I did test before I put it all together, but then once I got everything together, even though I was turning them off and then turning them on, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I decided to get some of this set up, and also as part of that, that you can see on the when I'm on the stream with you, I've got that table with a whole bunch of games sitting next to me that like has been piling up since like last
Mhm.
summer. Games that I like. I don't. This has never happened where I've just had that many games start to pile up. Like used games that I've bought that like I won't shelve because I haven't cleaned them yet. Right.
Mhm.
Well, today I was like, I'm going to clean all of the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom games on this table. These unshelved games.
Yeah.
And so I cleaned all of those, and I was going to stream the Power Rangers Super Nintendo game that I got when I was at your house a few weeks ago. Because
Yeah.
that seems to be really cool. Like it's I've never really been interested in Power Rangers that much, but like it seems very much like I think it was made by the people that made Ninja Warriors. Like it's Natsume developed game published by Bandai.
Mhm.
So I thought that was really cool. But as I was cleaning each game and popping them in,
That one
uh,
didn't work.
well, no, it didn't work. Well, actually, it didn't work at first. I had to blow in it. I know people say don't blow in it, but guess what? It works. It works. Um, but no, so it did work. Yeah, it's fine. I did then clean it again. But I just popped each one in and let the demo run while I was cleaning the next game. And I popped in this Wagyan Paradise game, which is a series I've vaguely known about for a while, but it really this particular one on Super Famicom really came more to my attention.
Right.
Um, I'll switch to it now. It came more to my attention when uh, we were helping John on that Klonoa video,
Right.
that DF Retro Klonoa video. And he just mentioned this as like, kind of part of Namco's, continued uh, perfection of their platformer
Right.
sort of tropes and stuff like that. And as I was watching this demo, like there's a whole bunch of things that happen on this, but there's like this particular level isn't necessarily the most interesting of them, but like there's a whole slew of demos that have gone by, and that like most of them have like a lot of really visually interesting things
It's
going
a good
on.
game to put on in a background while you're talking on camera.
Exactly, and also
Like
you know,
Super Metroid's very good for that.
yes, it is, and like it's just a really nice looking game. Now I
Yeah.
asked Lynn, who I think I saw in the chat actually, what these options are, and apparently this first one is your age.
Oh, interesting.
And the second one is difficulty. I think she said the left is easy and the right is normal.
What is it defaulting?
It defaults, I guess, to easy, but like I can't imagine this game is like ultra hard. Am I right, Lynn, that right is normal? And then this one is just character select. So I'll just go with the green dino. And I think that's it. So I don't know why it wants your age. I'm hoping it's not the same reasons as Dead or Alive 2. I can't imagine. But it's it's a really nice looking game.
Yeah, I wonder if the age affects the
Yeah, like I don't know. Like maybe your age changes whether these characters are like brothers, sisters, mom, son, or
Maybe.
husband, wife. I don't know. Like what
Yeah.
I have no idea what it could affect in a game like this.
See, Kinto Zero says looked like a fun game, but got super tough at the end.
Oh, does it? Well, maybe I've made a mistake going for normal. We'll see.
There's a $5 from Siswiv. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far now.
I'm taking this as a listener of the here's my podcast for you.
I got him real good with that song. Because I told you about how he sent me a thing on my phone saying, "Hey, I'm going to switch this." I was thinking about changing the theme music for CGQ, and it ended up being that song. Like, so he rickrolled me with it, and I was thinking about how I could get him back.
Yeah.
So on the recent episode of the podcast, instead of playing the theme for Does It Slap or Should We Eat It?
Yeah.
I hit him with that. Unexpected.
I mean, did he really not expect it? I feel like that's such an
not expect it.
I feel like that's such an obvious move.
Mm-hmm.
You have the power to do that so easily.
Like an hour and a half into the thing to do it. And I don't know. Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get each other with it. It's becoming more and more challenging now.
I mean, I don't think you explained what the whole joke about that was on.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to there's a video, like a short video of a sunflower blowing in the wind in a storm, and it's like saran wrapped to a porch railing to prevent it from like blowing over and breaking. And someone put an eyes and a mouth on it,
like a CG face.
Yeah, it's like AI probably generated, like when like a filter. And it's singing that Creed song, which I didn't realize when I first saw it, but it's mimicking the music video for that song.
But you thought it looked so stupid and funny. That's become this meme.
It's hilarious, but it's like one of those things that if you get that song in your head, you're not going to be able to get it out for a little bit. There, right after he got me with that. Or the first time I showed him, I was like, he was having some problem like downloading some stuff like from my NAS over FTP. So I was up in the ceiling, like trying out different things to try and fix it. And it was like that part of that song was just like repeating in my head the entire time.
Oops. So, in this game, it seems like you can't kill enemies. Like I just played like the first like level and a half.
Yeah.
Like you only stun them, but then you can also like you can jump off them and stuff.
Right. You can use them as platforms.
Mm-hmm. But look how many like layers of parallax and stuff they have going on. There's just like a lot.
Oh yeah.
A lot going on visually.
At the same time, like the actual ground is just it's almost like flat with like some shading on it, just to just like the different hues.
Right. I mean, it's a lot
there's no
of
like real texture to the ground.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of line scrolling stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's not like real, parallax or nothing.
Oh yeah. Springsteen's Hungry Heart. Like that's something I can imagine getting in your head. So I was telling Troy earlier, like I've been actually sick for like since Thursday or something like that. It was unanticipated, but I feel like looking back now, I could see myself kind of ramping up to it. I thought it was maybe going to be allergies, but then it just ended up getting real bad. You know, I was like fever on Friday and just been like real achy. And, you know, you can probably tell from the sound of my voice. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I might be getting better now, but, it's good. You know, I had a very productive week. As I mentioned, last week, I had a couple of freelance things that I was on a deadline with, and I needed to get that stuff taken care of. And I got that stuff done, and I got a bunch of other stuff. I feel as though in my mind, like the way I like the terms I'm using for it is I've been clearing the runway to like basically not take on like any other freelance things and just like focus on like my regular work, like my job and the show. You know, where I have nothing else like, you know, pulling me away from anything. I feel like really good about that.
Wait, so there's a hole there?
But yeah, I mean, I've been saying, you know, like I'm clearing the runway to get myself where I can just like regularly work on episodes of the show and not feel like, oh my god, I have this other stuff I need to do. That said, I won't be here. I won't be on stream next week because I do have to go to Florida for a couple days for work. I'm going on Sunday afternoon, which is kind of nice because we don't actually have to do like the filming until Monday, but since it's right by where my family lives, I'm gonna see my family. And it's kind of nice because I was gonna spend the day. We'll get to spend most of the day with my mom, and it's Mother's Day.
Oh, cool.
So I don't get back until Tuesday night. And my goal for this week though is to like have this power adapters episode like done before I leave. Not only that, because I also want to get it done before Zelda comes out.
Yeah.
And you know, like I've also like in terms of clearing the runway, I've managed to finish Proteus and Doom this week, 2 games that I had in various states of progress. So I'm no longer a Doom poser. The episode 4 of Doom kind of sucked, to be honest. I've heard people say that. Like, I just think that it gets hard for like being
by the way, I don't know if Lynn is still here or anyone else who can read Japanese, but one thing that does concern me about this game, I know that there are occasional mini games that I'm guessing will be pretty self-explanatory, but if I get confused, I might need some help. I don't know.
Okay.
I think they might be required to progress, but I don't know much about what these are.
Yeah, episode 4 was not very good. I didn't think. I just thought it was like overly difficult to the point where it just like kind of stopped being fun, where you felt the need to like constantly like quick save and quick load, especially I think it was like episode 4 mission 6, where like you right before you open up this last door, like one of those big guys that shoot the rockets, and he's like impossible to hit essentially. So I had to, you know, shoot him and then duck behind cover, and I had to do that over and over and over again, and it was really obnoxious. But I managed to do it. That was the only real part that took me a long time, because I just like basically had to quick save and quick load through it. But you know, like I did finish Doom, which is good. On the the default difficulty. I didn't go lower. And I finished Proteus.
Is this complicated, Len? I'm looking at these pictures. Oh, I have to match the words to the pictures? Oh, no.
Maybe I'll teach you.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was $5 for Nana Cheesecake. Thank you. Saying just another Sunday in paradise. Love you guys. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. What was that?
I don't know. I just did it randomly.
Oh, no.
There's $9.99 from Tony Escobar. Thank you. Saying congrats on finishing Doom. I did it. It's like I feel good about finishing that first one. Like I'd only played the shareware levels previously. But I can definitely say that I have no desire to replay episode 4. I'm hoping that Doom 2 is probably reels it back in.
Oh, it looks like it's giving me a chance again. Oh, look, there's Pac-Man. Oh, I should have been able to read that.
But it's funny because I've played the last couple of levels in Doom like after I finished Proteus, and like you can see some similarities. I guess I feel like I was better at Doom after playing Proteus. Because it's just
I saw that poo and I thought, oh, maybe it's Apple.
Okay, Doom 2 is vastly superior to E4. Double barrel makes all the difference. That's cool. I definitely will play Doom 2. Maybe this year. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, like right now, I'm going to do my best to try to finish the other game that I have like in progress right now, which is Anno Mutationum. And I think that I'm maybe like 60 to 70% of the way through that already. So I've been playing that the last couple of days. And if I can get that wrapped up.
Yeah, Lynn, I believe these are required to progress.
Oh, geez.
She asked if she should get on Discord.
Right? I mean, if she wants to.
Yeah, you can add her to Discord.
I don't think I have her on Discord. So you'd have to do it.
Yeah, that's what I always find is I don't
think I do.
Like I'm always like, oh, like I would think I would have this person on Discord, but I don't.
Let me see if I can add her here.
No, it didn't let me buy Lynn. It actually made me. Whoopsie.
Does she want to?
It didn't let me buy it. This is the previous level, so.
I don't know if this is gonna let. You might have to add her to this. I don't know if it's gonna let her.
Okay. So yeah, it's making me retry the level if I can't clear the minigame. I figured that they would be like self-explanatory enough, but I was a little concerned because I had a feeling there could be a few that might not be easily explained. Okay, I figured out why I'm falling through the ground. These platforms are constructed in such a way to where it's not a wall. So wait, do I need to add Len? Or did you figure it out? Did Coury disappear too? Okay, let me figure this out.
Hey, Try.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't. You probably didn't even see it, but like I tried to add Lynn, and it started a whole nother call, and she picked up, but I don't think you even knew that I wasn't here for like the last 2 minutes.
No, I mean I did kind of. I mean,
you're gonna have to go in and join the other.
Okay, there. Okay, I joined the other.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Okay, Lynn is here. I don't think
Coury's not here.
Coury needs to
Coury
join
might
now.
need to pick up.
There we go.
There. Okay.
There's
a picture of the Zelda house.
Yeah, that was my wallpaper. Hang on. I need to go to the other room for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, now Coury's part of the stream is.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
messed up.
he'll fix it. I think he can just make it so that it's just one of us.
Okay.
There we go.
I think that's good. Lynn, do you have a direct feed of the? You should. I should be sharing you my stream live on Discord now, so you'll have more of a real time update.
Okay, cool. That should be faster, hopefully.
Can
I maximize that?
We're gonna do it live.
Green.
Look at that! I can watch it right there.
There we go. Now I can just. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
All
so
right.
now I can see that and the chat. Cool.
I don't think you normally watch MLiG streams, so I'm lucky you decided to poke your head in today.
Yeah, well, I happened to see your.
You've been watching a lot more like recently, I think.
I've been popping in every now and then, but I just saw your message about the stuff at like almost a little bit before 8. I was like, oh, the stream is starting. I'll pop in and see what's going on.
Well, because I don't think I even told you what game this was when I asked you earlier. Like, oh, hey, what are those settings?
I mean, I recognize the word Wagyan, so I'm not sure which Wagyan game this is. But
this is Wagyan Paradise.
Is it? There's multiple.
Oh, there's like a whole bunch on Famicom.
Dang.
Like at least 3. I mean, for a kid's game, I mean, these are a lot of vocab words they might need to know.
Yeah, that's a good way to teach you.
I mean, really, I should be trying to do. I mean, because I'm sure this is very basic Japanese. I should be trying to. I should probably be playing this game when I feel a little closer to being able to learn something. Okay, we've got a re in the middle.
Yeah. Might be the. Gorilla.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. I think it just slowly fills in over time.
It fills in as you get them wrong.
Yeah.
Ma is the middle letter.
Mazu.
Namazu.
Oh, is that mouse? No.
No, that's Nezumi. What is Namazu?
Is it this
Japanese
toy?
caption.
No, it's not that toy.
Hang on. Catfish.
I was going to guess, just randomly guess.
Yeah, catfish is not a word in my general vocabulary.
Ba.
That's a bow.
Ba.
Bow.
Oh.
Is there like one of these after every single
level? Oh, is that the
level,
toy? That might be the Manbo.
I bet that
the Manbo is it the space Manbo?
I bet.
Oh, it's the ocean sunfish.
Yeah, it's gotta be the fish because that's the name of the Zelda. Like Manbo, like the big sunfish in Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Or
time
the
limit
space
just for the
Manbo.
entire game?
I mean, I think it might do something with also like if I make wrong choices, it might go down faster.
Yeah, so maybe you should slow down a bit.
Oh, Namazu from Final Fantasy 14, yeah.
Is that a thing in 14?
They're in Stormblood areas.
Oh yeah, I never even got to Heaven's Sword, so yeah.
Okay.
3 letters. Panda, probably. Panda.
I wonder if you put your age low enough, if it would.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Gee.
I have no idea from that one letter.
You make your maybe if you just set your age to 3, it wouldn't have these at all.
Maybe.
That's a long.
Oh,
word.
yeah, that's long.
Oh Lord. Yeah. From.
No.
You might just have to fill in the letters on this one.
Tomoshi.
What? Oh, it's probably the ladybug.
Whoa.
This is the 40-year-old man version.
Mushi means bug, so.
Oh.
Oh, Mushi.
Ika.
Like Mushi Hime-sama.
Oh, squid. Okay, we need one more. Oh no, I don't know.
Coal.
Oh, plane, quick!
Whew.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Did we do it?
I don't know.
I think.
Oh wait.
He said you only had to get 5 right. I'm pretty sure at the beginning. Yeah, you did it. We did it.
Maybe I should have put in my Japanese proficiency age.
Right.
That's interesting though. That's an interesting. There seems like to be a lot of systems in place to determine the difficulty of this game.
Yeah, I mean, is there a lot of these?
Yeah, maybe I should like reset and like. Because I'm only 2 levels in, maybe I should reset and like put my age on 3.
Yeah, or as low as they will go.
Yeah, maybe I should. That was interesting to do that. But let's see if it's.
If not, you got to do it again.
Well, you know, there is a password system in this, so that's why I wasn't too.
Oh, that's okay.
Too scared to.
There was someone recommending you could use passwords on GameFAQs to bypass the mini games if you really wanted to.
But I mean,
yeah,
we can figure this out.
We can manage. Yeah.
I wonder if I should put it on. Should I put it on easy or should I stick with normal? I mean, easy was
anything to get rid of.
I feel like course means that levels are going to be easy. I think maybe the age is for the quiz part.
Probably.
But that's just my guess because kosu means like courses or levels or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could call the game complete for playing on hard mode and age 3.
There you go. I mean, you are about age 3 in your Japanese.
Yes.
Proficiency.
Yeah. Something Yanabout's there. I can read some characters, but I'm also not very consistent on those characters either. Like I'll get a moo and a mo. Oh, interesting. Oh, that might almost be too easy.
Oh, did you pick easy?
Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Oh, but I said my age was 3.
Yeah.
So they're starting me off with fully powered shots.
Oh.
That's like too much.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, though. Let's see what happens at the end of the level.
Is the quiz at the end of the first level? I was not paying much.
It was at the end of the second, but the levels were pretty short. But see, I feel like this is...
through it now. Well, I don't know. Some of us think it's pretty tough at the end.
Yeah, but this is too easy.
Too easy.
Starting you off fully powered.
Yeah. Still bounces off those guys, though. Those things. Let's see what happens.
If this turns out to be too complicated, this might end up having to be something that I shift over to a
different game entirely.
Well, and shift this over to be a backloggery
Switch over to Power Rangers. It comes down to it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's probably what I would do because I don't want to play through this with it being too easy, but I do want to see what happens with the mini game. Setting the age to 3, but I'm pretty sure I set the course to see. Look, there was like an enemy there before.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a ROM hack that just skips the word puzzles.
I don't know. I mean, there's different mini games. I mean, that's like not the only one. It just so happens that it like starts you off with a language one. Okay, here we go. Okay, it is doing a mini game. Oh.
Well, first you're telling you're talking.
Okay.
It's kind of too bad this is in Japanese because it seems to have a kind of a cute little story to it.
I mean, maybe this should be a backloggery stream sometime when we could dedicate a little more time to figuring out those bits. Okay, so there's fewer panels, but it's still going to be a similar challenge.
A few levels and see how maybe
the timer's longer too. Yeah, 60 seconds. It's not a huge.
Not a huge difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's 3 of these games.
You only need to get 4 right this time.
2 of these on the Super Famicom.
Oh,
there's 5 of these.
It spells it out all at once.
Oh, Rocket. Yeah, that makes it a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah.
Goldfish.
Where's the blood saying this is the opposite of Amagon? Did you beat Amagon?
I did beat Amagon. I was very proud.
Suru. Is that the heron? That might be the heron. Yeah. Horse.
Ooh, I know that one.
Squid. You know what? I'll let you do the rest because you got the minimum.
Okay.
You can read. The rest.
I can randomly guess.
Oh no, there's a big one.
Tauron. Oh, trumpet.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah.
Everyone watching the stream, so I'm seeing like try sending it to the Discord chat also, and there's quite a delay. So even if people saying it in the chat, I mean there's not enough time. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't realize that there was that much delay on it.
That's even that though would be pretty hard for age 3, I would think, right?
I mean, yeah, probably. Can age 3 even read yet? I have no idea.
I wouldn't expect it. Oh, look at this.
Huh.
Oh, it's Flappy Bird.
I mean, there's a lot of different interesting.
I mean, it is Flappy Bird, right? It's like basically.
I mean, I'm using the D-pad though.
Oh, I thought you'd just hitting the button to flap his wings.
I've never actually played Flappy Bird, so I have no idea.
But it's I mean, this game just has like a lot of interesting.
Oh, enemies.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's one of the reasons John brought it up in that video.
Yeah.
Well, there's just like a lot of like interesting, like varied gameplay and different visuals.
Yeah.
In this, which is why I was like, oh man, I really want to play that. And those mini games probably won't be that hard. And then it turned out, whoops. Oh no. What's going on now?
Choose a game. You can do skid race, darts, looks like, metal popper, and 1-up.
Let's do 1-up. I know that one. I know that word.
There's $4.99 from Tony Esquire saying, "Can you introduce us to Lynn? Thanks for translating." Well, Try, do you want to do that? Because I mean, you guys have known each other for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Lynn is one of the people from the backloggery community. And the wife of Drumble, the owner of the backloggery.
I'm also a staff member. I'm not just a member.
Well, yes. You came on gosh, like probably what, like 10 years,
10 years
ago
or something.
is like the, I mean, what term do we use for you? Community manager or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I used to like kind of be considered like, I don't really think of in terms of like what our staff member roles even are at this point, because these days I'm mostly just like, Drum occasionally asks me for feedback, and also I stream.
I mean, you're the co-founder, basically.
Yeah, I mean
right?
that's usually the term I use for myself now, as I'm a co-founder of the Backloggery, since I don't really do anything other than stream.
I mean, you help with figuring out stuff for the streams, and yeah, you still help.
Yeah, I mean, I guess streaming is my main point of oh.
And you ship plushies too.
I do ship plushies. Also, I have 20 lives.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
I don't know how that happened. It's really weird that you can put course on normal, which I'm pretty sure I did. Whoa. Okay, that's not... Okay, I should go back under that thing.
But I mean, like, really, like, I get the Patreon updates for like the redesign of the Backloggery and stuff. But I mean, you guys stream every Monday.
Yep.
But I mean, it doesn't seem like there's as much. Like, I haven't like been super close with the community in a little bit. Is it like still like just as thriving, like a lot of the same people and stuff?
I would say so. Yeah, there's a lot of the old guard still around, I would say.
That's great.
And a lot of new people too.
Yeah, I mean, there've been a number of people who, became recognizable names, I would say, from MLiG streams, who have now become regulars in the Backloggery streams.
Oh yeah, was it Zane's dad that came from League Stream?
Zane's dad, I think Cloud FF7 here
Yeah.
started on MLiG streams too. So it looks like we've got another mini game here.
That's always good to hear, though.
I mean,
I've been very bad at updating mine, and I was waiting for the I'm waiting for
the remake to basically start fresh, because you've fallen so far behind you don't even know what's what at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to go from the top and just compare like what I already have on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good amount of time.
I've actually been thinking recently about how I should probably like capture some like screen capture of like using the site in its current form, because like I like when the remake is done, like not necessarily right away, but like relatively shortly after that, I was thinking it'd be fun to do like some kind of Backloggery video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
That'd be cool.
So I gotta get 5 something correct, huh?
Yeah, I think you said something about blocks.
Okay.
I
was looking-
definitely not very import friendly.
Oh,
I was looking. Oh, is this like Tetris?
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I saw. See, the demo shows stuff like this, like on the title demo. So it's like, oh, well, this probably isn't that hard.
Yeah, I was looking at the chat, so I wasn't really reading his explanation.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, this is not. See, when I was looking at stuff like this, I thought like, oh, like I can get away with.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I don't need to understand Japanese.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. Like, yeah, I saw like what looked like a panel matching game.
Oh, like Panel de Pon or something?
Well, no, just like
or like a memory
game.
game.
Memory game, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I thought that first minigame was going to be at first, the way the guy was describing it.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be, but then I was like, wait, every panel is different.
Yeah, I thought you were going to like flip over one panel and it would be a word, and then you'd have to pick what the other panel was or something.
Yeah. So maybe it starts off with the hardest one.
Here's hoping, right?
All right, I'm going to go one up.
You're not even going to bother with the minigames, huh?
Nope. I'm going to need every single one of those, like, 30 lives I have, probably.
Yeah. Sounds like a tough game.
I mean, someone was saying it's pretty tough. I don't know if they were playing what difficulty or age they were playing. Like, there's some weird dynamic difficulty thing going on. I mean, another game that I can think of that asks your age is Mischief Makers, but I don't think that changes anything to my knowledge.
Didn't that change some kind of jiggle physics? Or
No, you're thinking of Dead or Alive 2.
Okay. I bet Drum would know what the thing changed in Mischief Makers. I
don't think there's any jiggling going on in Mischief Makers, but I could be wrong.
That's
I bet Google knows.
I bet Google knows.
Yes. Dustin says this minigame is remarkably similar to the tests I had to do in my ADD evaluation.
Oh wow! Already at another minigame.
There it is. Slapping you across the face with them.
Are all of the bosses minigames? I wonder.
Ugh.
I'm probably moving past this text too quickly.
Yeah.
For Lynn to get an idea of what's going on.
Oh, I was Googling the age thing.
Oh.
Oh, what does the age do? Oh, in this you're looking it up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've kind of.
Well, no, you were looking up for Mischief Makers, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I was looking up for Mischief Makers.
These minigames do not slap. I mean, that last one was kind of cool, where you could just hit the button and make them, like, the pieces go together. But I would say that it's, like, it's not...
I mean, it's Coury, right?
Yeah.
Oh. What? Oh,
you were... There you go.
Okay, yeah. I didn't understand what I was actually selected on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was confusing.
Oh.
Oh yeah, someone in the chat said what the Mischief Makers age does.
That's
that weird fish again.
It's the Mambo. It's a space Mambo.
Yeah. What's Space Mambo again? I forget.
I think that it's a MSX game.
Oh, I
think it's a Konami MSX game that's like never been ported to anything else.
I don't think
and your ship looks like a Mambo.
I don't think Zebra is in Katakana.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be too hard. Well, oh no, I guess it is, but I don't.
Wait, do you see it?
I don't see it on the list here. Yeah.
Does he tell me? Does he tell me what it is here?
No. Oh wait. Oh, it was a. Oh, I missed it.
It was a what?
Sorry. Oh. He said the word, but it was.
Oh, geez, what is that?
What is that?
Is that like a Japanese demon dog thing?
Looks like a.
I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
That's gotta be one of those like.
Looks like the Kirby enemy or
like
something.
The no whammies. Does that look like the whammies from the what was that game
no
show?
Whammies.
Like no whammies, and it looked like that. I feel like they were like these little creatures.
Oh.
Oh, did I get enough? Or
no?
It's okay.
Yeah,
We've got.
I think you did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We've got 20 lives.
Like it might be. So. I did see that zebra. I see that zebra and I immediately think of zebra cakes. You guys ever have zebra cake?
Like isn't that like a Little Debbie type snack?
Oh yeah. That's a good topic. I should when we talked about stuff like that on the podcast, but zebra cakes, because my wife got the kids a box of cosmic brownies. Which are just brownies, but they have these tiny little like multicolored like
My voice is
dots on 'em.
frozen. That's funny.
That was weird.
I mean, oatmeal cream pies, you know, I gotta admit that oatmeal cream pies, they're kind of like this, they're like the dark horse of pastries. You know, like you don't think that they're gonna be, like, based on their name, they don't seem like they'd be very good.
I mean, I get what you mean by thinking based on the name, but I mean, I would consider them pretty top tier.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you wouldn't think that based on their name alone.
Sure.
I think that people would count them out before, like, based on their name alone.
Yeah, I mean,
they
I like oatmeal cookies, but it's just that I would almost always choose chocolate chip. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. But zebra cakes, I mean, the zebra cakes are good. And like I said, cosmic brownies are like the laziest thing.
I have no idea what that is.
I mean, they're just brownies, but they have these little, like, tiny little M&M type multicolored things on them, like 3 of them on each one. And like, oh, it makes it look like they're from outer space.
Oh, okay.
You gotta call them cosmic brownies.
Cosmic. They're from space.
Is that like new or something I should know from when I was
Oh,
a
definitely
kid?
not new.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not new.
I
don't know. Like, I've always been. It's kind of crazy because, you know, like, it wasn't like, Hostess stopped making Twinkies and all this other stuff years ago, and then they brought them all back, but they've changed the recipe, and, like, none of these are nearly as good as they used to be.
Huh? I didn't know they changed the recipe.
Well, I stopped making them, and then
Yeah.
that
I
maybe
remember
somebody
that. Didn't Little
Yeah.
Debbie go out of business or something?
Or was
Was that
maybe
Would
Hostess?
someone buy them?
maybe somebody bought them, but I'll tell you that they are just
yeah.
not nearly as good as they used to be. They taste like knockoffs.
Huh.
Although, I mean, I don't remember exactly what they tasted like because it's been a long time. But all I know is I had a new Twinkie and was like, this is not nearly as good as I remember it being.
Okay, we got another mini game now.
All right.
It looks like a Mario penguin hat.
I'm kind of a big
Yeah.
fan of the Swiss rolls. They have, you know, like the cherry or strawberry cream in it.
I don't think
strawberry jelly.
I don't think I've had that kind of Swiss roll.
I don't know. They're kind of like ho-hos, but with no chocolate on the outside.
Gotta
and
get
strawberry
3
like
somethings
jelly
right,
inside
I'm
of 'em.
assuming.
I'm like not even a fake strawberry fan, but I'll tell you, like, I've been getting these
45
chocolate strawberry
seconds.
milkshakes from Graders, and they're so good.
Oh.
Yeah. You
I'm
gotta get
not even
four.
a big fan
I
of
gotta get
strawberry.
10
anything,
correct?
Really.
No. You've got there's 10 questions.
Oh,
You need
okay.
to get 4 correct.
Oh, is this
It's a matching game, I think.
I have to
Yeah.
match the same one? Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Dustin says they have a Little Debbie plant here in Chattanooga, and you can take a tour and taste the products fresh off the line.
Ooh,
Dang, can you imagine that?
that would be
That-
amazing.
Just eat yourself into a coma.
Like I feel like they aren't even like designed to be eaten like hot off the like you would think that would be like part, like, you know what I mean, like part of how it's actually designed, like
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, this is going to taste better after it's been in a package rather than like it's not meant to be eaten that way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it? I guess they could. Is there? I wonder if there's a way to design it like that.
I mean, I don't know if this is a common opinion, but I always find that home baked cookies are best like the next day. Like I always want to have one like fresh out of the oven, of course, but I still think they're better like the next day. Like that's the day. That's when they are the softest, I find. Oh no, this is a little. Like they're.
I like my. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, it's with the age difficulty I've chosen. It just seems that this one only has, like, all the others are just flipped horizontally, so it's like way easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like my cookies with a little crunch, so I'm not necessarily looking for them to be at their softest.
Yeah, but I do feel like at least my mom's cookies tend to be like the day after they're baked tend to be the softest. And then, like, the second day, they've got a little more crispy to them.
You know what? We had. Well, I didn't have one today, but I saw them, and this is something I hadn't even thought about in forever. I was at my kids' track meet, and they were selling little hugs. Do you know what little hugs are?
Little
they're
hugs?
just like yeah, they're like a juice. But they're in the container that they're in is kind of like a little like a barrel. Does that sound familiar? And you peel off the.
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, they're like the little juice barrels, and you peel off the top.
Oh, that
and
sounds
it's
really
like I hadn't
cute.
seen those in so long.
Huh.
I didn't even know that they still made them.
I mean, it sounds. I mean, like my mind just goes to like Huggies diapers.
Everyone's like, they were the best. Oh man, I think that I didn't even think that they were a thing anymore.
I love
But
how these
apparently
rocks
they
look
still
when
make
they
them.
spin
Called
around
little
bit.
hugs.
Little hugs, huh?
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw one of them, you'd recognize it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they had the foil caps, and you could like poke a straw through them if you wanted to. That's probably what you're supposed to do. But I always just like.
So is it like a fancier like
No,
Capri Sun?
About it. There's definitely nothing.
I mean, it sounds like a Capri Sun kind of though, maybe.
Yeah, it's just like sugar water basically in it. But there's different flavors and stuff.
Oh no! This looks like quiz time of some kind.
Oh, the hugs are usually sugar free now, and they nasty.
Oh, this looks like a
It's a
memorization
Patterson
game.
Do I? What's the 3? Do I gotta get 3 right?
I think it's like a. No, it's talking about the colors. I think it's like the Simon, that Simon game that you hit the buttons in the right order.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, okay.
You can get new Simons at Target.
So I have 8 chances. I have to get 4 right or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any parents?
Oh no! This is
jugs of
based
red,
on
green,
this is
drink.
based on Super Famicom colors. Oh, I didn't see what it did. What did it do?
It did green.
Oh.
It's very quick.
One thing I will hold to be true, talking about the big jugs of green, red, and purple drink. You always think of that one commercial for Sunny D, where they're like, oh, they just come in from playing basketball. Like, what do you got to drink? Oh, we got this, we got some purple stuff.
Oh,
and Sunny D, and everyone's like, oh, Sunny D, and like purple stuff was like way better than Sunny D. And my kids like wanted Sunny D recently, and like neither of them like it. They're just like, oh,
I was a little
for a lot longer.
I was a little surprised when I heard on your podcast y'all complain about Sunny D. I think Sunny D's good.
Yeah, but if you know what, it's fine, but it's not nearly as good as purple stuff. And the commercials would like deride the purple stuff because
I am not like. Is that what it's actually called? Purple stuff? I'm not really familiar.
I mean, it's like what it is just like, you fill up a thing with water and then you pour like this purple, like scoops of purple sugar.
So I mean, it's just another kind of Kool-Aid.
Aw.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with a purple variant.
But I mean, but everyone just called it purple stuff. I mean, we always called it purple stuff because of that commercial. Like it probably had a real name.
Oh, the commercial disparaging it as the purple stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds vaguely familiar, actually.
Oh no.
Oh, Andy64 has been a member for 15 months.
Dang.
Asking, what is your favorite movie based on a video game? Any guilty pleasures?
I mean, the 93 Mario movie is definitely a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, I like the 93 Mario movie. I still find like the first Mortal Kombat to be like really, really rewatchable.
Agreed.
And I think it holds up extremely well. I think it's better than the new one that came out.
I mean, probably the guilty pleasure of all of them is the Dead or Alive movie, which is like so like it's stupid and it knows it's stupid and it plays it up.
There is like one of my probably the movie is stupid, you know, is there anything stupider, anything dumber than Eric Roberts wearing sunglasses that teach him karate moves? But like that's dumb. But there is like my favorite scene in that entire movie is like where it's like intercutting the beach volleyball with Hayabusa like breaking into the like the the facility, and it's like kind of montaging between them. And it's like a great scene.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen that movie one time, but it was I was shocked by how entertained I was.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, the first Silent Hill is really, really good. First Silent Hill goes off the rails in like the last 5 minutes. But you know that
I'm escaping the pyroclastic
they're making
flow.
another Silent Hill like based on the second game, right? And it's like the director of the first Silent Hill movies doing it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've not seen either of those, but I've always heard the first one is really good. Second one, not so much.
Yeah. The first Resident Evil is pretty good. I would argue and say that the first Resident Evil is like the most Resident Evil out of all the movies. I mean,
the second one tries to be closer to the movies, though.
Yeah.
But
I think that the first one kind of managed to get the feeling the best. I
mean, I have a soft spot for. I mean, I've only seen the first 3, maybe 4 of the Resident Evil movies, but I don't hate any of them. I mean, they're dumb, but I don't hate them. I mean, I generally don't hate video game movies. But I mean, in a lot of ways, I mean, we shouldn't say much because I know Lynn hasn't seen it yet, but in a lot of ways, the Mario movie, might be, maybe
the best.
Maybe the best. I don't know. I mean, it's so funny that critics just don't know what to do with that movie because you just there's nothing in it that you would rate based on the normal metrics of movie goodness, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
it's
judge
entertaining.
that. Yeah, I wouldn't judge that first one. I mean, people who are going to judge it based on oh, it doesn't have any character development, this and that, blah blah blah, should wait until the second one. Because I mean, even Sonic, the second Sonic is so much better than the first one.
What?
I'm not
and
clear.
The second Sonic really goes all in.
I'm just supposed to say what the hidden number is.
Oh.
I guess my selection doesn't appear until I buzz in. I'm like, oh, I know.
Oh, huh.
I was one of the things I was doing this past couple of weeks was I was doing the Blu-ray for the Here Comes a New Challenger Street Fighter 2 documentary, which is excellent, by the way. I'm not sure if people that backed it on Kickstarter have seen it already or not. But the documentary is excellent, and there's a big long segment on the movie. And what I thought was really interesting is that the director of the movie said that their first choice for Bison was Stephen Lang, who like plays the bad guy in the Avatar movies.
Oh, I've never
And
seen
like I look at
those.
that now and I think, wow, that would have been good casting in a serious Street Fighter movie.
But like everyone loves Bison.
Oh
in
yeah, because
like that's
he,
everyone's
like,
favorite
for
part
what
of the
that
movie.
was.
Right.
But if they did like if it was like a real serious, serious in the way that like Assassin's Fist was serious, he would have been really a really good Bison, I think.
I thought as I was like saying, like I generally don't hate video game movies. Like I generally don't love them either, but I don't hate them. But man, I think one of the least entertaining I've seen though is, and something that I always forget exists, is the Chun-Li movie.
Oh,
have you ever?
Yeah.
It took you a long time to place that.
With Chris Klein as Charlie, right? Is he playing Charlie?
I don't know.
Or something.
Like Bison in that game, wasn't he like, whoa? Well, we're going Sonic 3 here.
Calls it Shadaloo.
What is? Am I supposed to be doing something?
There were Mega X6 has been a member for 13 months. And said, had one of the best gaming nights in a while this week, playing Street Fighter 2 for the first time in 20 plus years. Had to dust off more than a little rust. But you might have had to do that, but like, doing fireballs, doing dragon punches, I feel is something, it's almost like riding a bike. You never forget how to do it. I bet you could, if you were good at doing those before, you could immediately pick it up and you didn't have to relearn that.
I mean, that's like what picking up Mario 64 and GoldenEye is for me,
Yeah.
GoldenEye I can't slip back into quite as easily, but it's still like pretty easily. Like it doesn't play like a modern first-person shooter does, and that doesn't necessarily hinder like my ability to just like slip back into it, because it's just like muscle memory when I put my hands on the controller, But yeah, I've never had muscle memory for Street Fighter, so.
Yeah, for me, I definitely, I mean, I play it like, like not, every 20 years, but I can easily pick it up and just, I'm like almost exactly as good as I was, which is like never very good. I mean, I was like good among my friends,
right?
But like, there's no way that I was like good, like in an actually good way, like I could play it and win against my friends, but that is really it.
I was not. Oh, say what?
I said that's kind of how it was with me in Smash Brothers. Like I could beat my friends, but then when I got to college and started playing with the really serious players, I had a lot harder time.
Yeah,
against
like that no longer becomes fun, or you get so into it, like learning that new stuff from them.
I've never really been in a friend group that I can win in Smash. Even back in the 64 days, like I could beat people in Mario Kart, but I never could beat people in Smash. What we ended up doing more was like on the N64 was we would team up against computer. It would and when we played, I think I've told this story before, but we would always for whatever reason our arch rivals in Mario Party ended up becoming Mario and Donkey Kong. And so no matter whether we won or lost, we always like played Smash right after Mario Party and teamed up against Mario and Donkey Kong.
Jonathan Hinson had a $2 donation asking Name some good games with a inverted difficulty curve. Games with a stage select doesn't count. So I always think of Kid Icarus, a game that is like notoriously difficult but becomes much easier after the first few levels.
I mean, that can definitely happen with like a lot of RPGs, depending on how you approach them.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting a little bit of that with Jade Empire right now, where I had a lot of trouble at first, and I still have trouble sometimes now, but like I'm becoming pretty powerful to where I can relatively easily just kind of spam through a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely RPGs, depending on how you approach them. I don't know, like it just in terms of like maybe more like a platformer type game though, like something that doesn't really have.
Amagon.
Oh, Amagon, yeah. it was actually. You're 100% right. Because
that's what Mr. Dot says.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought that the first 2 levels, or like the first like world and a half. Well, actually, really, the first 2 worlds I thought were the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
And World 4 was also pretty hard, but then like World 5 and especially 6 were not that tough at all. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that, if you got a good pool of points, which is what you use to turn into Megagon, like your points when you can't continue until you get to World 4. But then you can start continuing, but you always go back a world. So you have to get really good at World 3. To ensure that you don't, if you die on World 3, then you got to go all the way back to the beginning of the game. But if you can maintain 3 plus, you can always continue, but you go back a world. So I got really good at 3. 4 was pretty tough. But then once you got past 4, 5 and 6 were not a big problem. And like 6 in a lot of ways was kind of almost a victory lap in some ways. Like I died on the final boss there the first time I got there, only because I had like no lives left. Oh no, what? Oh no! Is this Minesweeper?
Oh great.
Yeah,
Breath of the Wild.
Minesweeper. No way. It's too many numbers for it to be.
Well, Mega Man's have selectable levels, so that doesn't really count. Someone was saying that I was going to say Rambo 3 on the Master System, and that's the light gun game. I mean, I have not played that in a long time. I can't really remember that being the case. But I would definitely say that's true for Breath of the Wild, for sure.
5?
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it a pattern that you have? Oh, no. 5 is right there.
Oh, I just pick it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, where is the number?
Yeah.
I have to go faster than the pink hand, I guess.
Oops.
Oh, but now I don't see 3. Do I have to just guess where it would be?
You mean 7?
Oh, I don't know why Oh, maybe that was the previous. Oh, I think it was like 4th round. Oh, okay.
Yeah. 4th question or whatever.
Kaylee Gamers is saying, completely off topic, is Panzer Dragoon Remake any good? I think it's pretty decent. If you get the PS4 version, it just runs a lot better.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. I liked it. I played through it on stream.
It was 8th question.
Yes.
I just really hate that they use that remake as the subtitle for that.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with House of the Dead, and they did it. Did they do it with Front Mission? Front Mission.
Oh, I think they did. Yeah.
The Front Mission 1 remake. I hate that. It sounds so lazy.
I mean, I've come to accept it in Final Fantasy VII remake, but
yeah.
Especially because it seems like they're going with a cool theme with remake, rebirth, and then, I don't know, probably resurrection or revival or something, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that is weird. And House of the Dead remake, have you tried that?
Yeah, but I mean, I have it on
It's
the Switch, but I wish the PS4
I know.
version.
Like, I wonder though if the PS4 version is even very good though, because man, it seemed rough. Like, Switch, I'm sure didn't help, but boy, it seemed rough.
Yeah. But that front mission comes out in June. Man, I was looking at. I didn't realize that Eve
front
9
mission.
comes out on PS5
It didn't the first
on
front.
Tuesday.
Wait, what comes out on Tuesday?
Eve 9.
Oh, on PS5.
On PS5. Yeah, and
Is it 8?
apparently PS5 version of 8
cool.
is like already kind of getting hard to find.
Really?
Just
well,
FYI.
Oh well, I better be on the ball with that.
Yeah.
Then I didn't even know that. That like I honestly didn't even know that like the. I feel like I heard something about a Japanese announcement, but I don't remember even hearing it like confirmed for a Western release. So
What, of 9?
Of 9, yeah. So it.
Oh yeah. No,
I mean, I knew it would, but I never.
Well, I think NIS is doing it themselves.
I didn't hear about it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I got it because I can't not get it for one, and also it comes for like the PS. You can play it on PS5 in 4K, like but it's needs to be patched.
Oh, interesting. Okay, because I remember hearing. I do remember the one thing I remember hearing about was that it was like unchanged from the PS4 version.
Wait, what was?
Ys 9.
Oh no! I mean it kind of chugs.
Oh,
I played through it all before that 4K patch even came out.
Right, but did you play it on PS5 or was PS5 not out yet? So I
haven't played the PS5 version yet.
Right, but like, when
the PS4 version got a PS5 specific patch?
Oh, and it chugs.
No, that patch makes it so it runs in 4K.
But what chugs then?
Well, it chugs on the PS4, like playing on the PS4, even on Pro.
Oh, but on PS5 it was always fine.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't really have a problem with it. It's just that it didn't look that great.
Yeah,
I mean, it looked low resolution,
right.
Low res on there.
Oh, is this going to be the final boss? He looks kind of final bossy.
How was Ys 8 on the PS5? I mean, it was good.
That was
the only way you could really screw up that game is by putting on the PS or on the Switch.
I mean,
it does not look good on the Switch.
When I tested that was the game that led me to discover like how massive Dolby Digital lag is, at least on my setup.
Oh,
because I had Dolby set for capture purposes, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like massive sound lag in this game. And I'm like, wait a second, and I tested.
Wait, the Switch version of 8?
No, the PS5 version of 8.
Oh,
I told you about this like last year, when it came out. Like I was messing around the menu and I was like moving the cursor, and like the sound effect felt like it came way after it moved.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to actually be just an issue with Dolby Digital, like on all systems. It's just how it, like, I'd only been using it for a few months because I got a box that let me capture it. But
yeah.
What am I doing? I've got
that PCM.
Do I have 70 seconds and
70 seconds. It sounds like it's a word puzzle of some sort.
Oh, great. Do I have to get 4 correct, or I have 4 chances?
4 correct.
Okay.
90 Demons says, I'm playing through Ys 8 right now. The only complaint is that a lot of the areas could have been one instead of moving through a bunch of doors.
Oh,
and I think that comes down to the fact that it originally started on the
I think you're rearranging the letters.
Ryan?
Ryan!
Oh, no.
Oh, look, it's giving you hints at the top.
Oh, okay.
Baby 3-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm a 3-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Do you know this?
I don't. Tell you I don't know it. No.
Hikoki.
Thank goodness I can decently read hiragana.
Yeah, I use PCM.
Oh, is that a grasshopper?
On my setup.
Yeah.
I was just randomly guessing there.
The new version of OBS also supports.
Bata.
I mean, it has the ability to capture, like, it's very easily. You could capture in PCM before.
Oh, I don't know raccoon.
But now it's just like an easy setting.
No, raccoon. It's Tanuki.
Oh! I mean, Tanukis are.
Oh well, no, it's not.
Tanukis are different. So I guess that is a Tanuki, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Tanuki are different things.
Yeah, you're right. Now that you say that.
Bird.
Suzume.
Is that just? That's not just general bird, though, right? Bird is
a type of little bird.
Bird is just Tori, right?
Yes.
I don't know what oh.
You did it.
Tokay?
Tokay.
I might have heard that at some point.
Is that an apple? Yeah.
Oh, I know that, but there we go. Ringo. But I think apple was spelled in katakana in another minigame.
I don't think I'm not sure I've seen katakana in these mini games.
Oh.
I think they might all be hiragana.
But
that's why it's been throwing me off for the words that should be katakana.
Oh, yeah. I learned Ringo for apple because that was one of the Puyo Puyo main characters. I'm like, why is she always holding an apple?
Oh. Oh, Suzume is Sparrow, apparently.
Okay.
I think I knew that, but I forgot. Does not come up often.
Is there a Pokemon name based on that?
I don't know.
Because isn't there a sparrow? Well. There's a sparrow in some Pokemon. Like the Pidgey equivalent in some game, I think.
Oh, Spiro is Oni Suzume? That's funny.
Huh?
Spiro, you know Spiro, right? And the Japanese name is Oni Suzume.
Isn't that like devil or something? Like Oni?
Yeah, devil sparrow.
That's actually really funny.
Well, not devil, but like, you know, Onis are like ogres and stuff.
That is pretty funny though.
Yes.
Try, did you see that I edited that and put out that EGM panel?
Oh, I saw an upload for a thumbnail, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, I just put it out for
patrons.
For patrons. Yeah, I mean, I edited it last night and this morning.
Yeah.
And I gave it to like Ray Price, and I gave it to Frank to like release on their channel if they wanted to. But I just put it up on ours as a, just like a private.
Did it come out decently?
Thing. Yeah. I mean, actually, it all sounded very good considering that everybody was completely mic'd up, and it was a pretty easy edit overall.
Yeah.
I mean, I could basically tell who was talking from the waveform, and I had to like cut it wherever they weren't talking because they were so close together you could hear each other in their microphones.
I mean, I've had a lot of situations like that too, but like I have not really. I mean, sometimes I do something about it, but sometimes it's just like they're talking over each other so often it's like you kind of can't.
Right. Well, yeah. And I mean, in those cases, you can't. But I mean, if it's just one person talking.
However, what I found is if you line that stuff up in Adobe Audition rather than Premiere, then you can get a lot more. You can get a lot more precision and line them up, and it kills the echo a lot more.
Well, there was not a lot of echo. Only with two people there were. you know, I synced because there was 2 cameras and 5 audio tracks, and I use Pluralize to do all that, and that accounts for like the drift and stuff. That'll adjust for the drift, audio drift, which prevents that a lot of times. The only echo that I got was like the 2 people like sitting like directly next to each other.
Okay. I had a really hard time understanding everyone, to be honest. Like, in the middle of the room, like I had to pay extra hard attention.
No, I mean, so Henry Clark said he enjoyed watching it. I mean, I'm sure that I didn't think that there was anything difficult to understand, at least based on in the video.
Oh, mini game time.
But based on the video, you mean hard to understand?
It was not. Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, in the room itself, like you were up front, right? But like in the middle of the room where I was, like, I understood everyone well enough, but like I had to put extra special attention into paying attention.
Right. Well, I'm gonna post that in here if people want to watch it like after the stream or something like that. Here's a link to it.
Oh yeah, because there's no reason for that really to just be for patrons necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, generally, like if
other places are going to post it anyway, so
yeah. It's $5 from James Boone.
Oh, is it the same as the first game?
Might be the same, yeah.
James Boone says, picked up an OEV 203 CRT on Friday.
I'm pointing at one right now. That's not the one I'm playing on, but it's right there.
The OEV 203? I may buy a cart for it for $100 if I can find room, and I've been thinking about making maybe 6
I mean, the OEV 203 is an Olympus.
You got me.
An Olympus branded Sony M2. But they were made like a few years later. And I think they're really good. Like, I really like it. It's one of my favorites. It might actually be my favorite. Like, part of me actually almost likes it more than the 20L5, even though the 20L5 can do 480p. Like, I kind of like how, especially 480i looks on it, more so than the 480p capable monitors, because I think 480i looks better on a lower line count. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. I love. In fact, the bezel for the for our stream layouts, like. Here, as well as, the full thing here. I mean, that's a photograph of my OEV 203. But I photoshopped out the text and replaced the Olympus with more of a Sony style badge. But yeah, I love that monitor, and I love how it looks, both the picture and the physical form of it. All right, let's see if this is the same as the first game. Okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna Yoto.
What is that?
Weird bug. Flower.
Is that camel?
Sailboat.
Oh, sailboat.
That's a schooner, actually.
Oh.
Pokemon.
You'd be able to read this.
Pokemon. Kitsune. Oh, that's a fox. Toothpaste. Manekineko.
You probably should know this.
Manekineko. Is that an umbrella? I don't.
What's the last two? The last two letters.
Nick. Oh, cat. Lucky cat, I guess.
It's like a welcome. It's like a welcome cat. Like they put it by stores to kind of beckon customers in.
I guess I got it. I got enough right, I think.
Yeah, you only needed like 4, I think.
Whenever I see that dinosaur silhouette close around the screen,
he blew up.
I just hear, I mean, do you like hear that? I actively hear that if I see like a transition like that in anything. Like that is the sound that I hear in my head. It could be even in Star Wars. It does that. Like, that's what somebody should do is like just make an edit to Star Wars where it's just like anytime there's a like whenever it goes to the ending credits, it goes weird.
Or I mean, anytime it happens
like, that's all they need to do
during the movie. Yeah, that's the only change they make. Like nothing else except it just has the. It's kind of shocking, like how many levels this game has. Like it keeps.
Yeah, I thought that was the last boss.
I thought so, but yeah, like because the world map like keeps making it look like, oh, this looks pretty final.
Oh, like a chest opening is always a Zelda.
Oh, speaking of music that makes you hold your hands above your head, you were amused by a phenomenon that you noticed while browsing PSN the other day.
Oh gosh. Yes. So I don't know if there's any way I can possibly share it here. I was laughing because I was scrolling through PSN like 2 nights ago. And if you look at how many game images, like not game images,
the key art. Like the
key art. And if you like anybody, you go on PSN and you look at through like games on sale. Look at how many games have the main character going like this. Like reaching towards
like they're just like this.
Have their hand out like they're like Neo stopping like the machine. Like seriously, like I was going through and on one page alone, it's like 2 of the Life is Strange games. There's some game called Chia.
Yeah,
is doing the same thing.
Which looks like a cool game and not the kind of game I would think would have that. Huh?
But if you just go on there, like it can be like it doesn't have to be PSN. I just think this is like game art in general.
Yeah.
It's like really big into doing this right now.
Isn't Control one of those as well? I think
you might be right.
The what? Oh, yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Control is definitely one.
Yeah.
But I mean that is the trend.
That's like the video game box art pose.
Box art, for sure. It's just like them going like this.
I mean, doesn't Max you do that pose when she's using her powers, or am I misremembering?
Maybe, but I'm not sure. I think you were talking about Life is Strange. The ones you showed me were Life is Strange 2 and what is it, True Colors or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Those had it. Yeah.
Like Paradise Killer was doing, she's kind of pointing, but it's like, I think that's like the big trend is like them either going like this or like reaching towards you in some way. Come and check this out.
Yeah.
Check out my video game.
Yeah, or like I you can use my powers that I use when I just hold out my hand. This could be you holding out your hand.
Doing something mysterious with my something. But I mean, like I feel like I could probably go through a lot of box art and find how many are doing that same thing.
Like I wonder when the trend started though, because you would think, like you're right, like it is like Neo. Like you would think that you would find out like original Xbox box art, but would you? Like, if
No,
you
I
would,
don't think so. Definitely not.
but you would think that would be the time period where that would start. Like, oh, this one. Oops, I missed it.
I don't know. I
like
think it feels like fairly recent.
It does, but like you would think that would start. That would have started sooner.
Yeah. Just like, come, join us.
And there used to be a trend of like the protagonist, like their back is to you and they're gazing out into the distance on some kind of landscape on box art.
Yeah, that
Like
can definitely
from behind
be
them,
that can definitely
like
be
staring out.
thing.
Yeah.
Or like their back is turned and they're like their head is turned to where you only see like their profile, kinda.
Yeah.
Like you only see. Whoops. Like they're focused on what's ahead, and they're just like, oh yeah, there's you. Like, try not fall behind while I do cool stuff in my video game, loser.
Ace Attorney hand.
I mean, that's different though.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can
that's
really
kind of
Like, that's
point.
more of like your whole arm, you know?
Oh,
It's the wrong way.
kind of blurry.
Yeah, that's
I know,
blurry.
I can't get the focus. But I mean, if you go on any like on PSN anything, it's just like always going like this.
I also think of
one page.
I also think of like Snow from Final Fantasy 13. Like he's like got his hand is like this, and like his like character key art, like it's like ah.
Come on.
I mean that's more the Morpheus.
Yes. That's the it's amazing how much effect the Matrix movies had on box art. We don't even know it.
I mean, Snow's not on the box art, but that's like his iconic key art and like the menu art with his hand like that.
Yeah, that is Bruce Lee. Yes, I mean that's
true. I've not seen that much Bruce Lee stuff.
A few months ago, I finally got around to seeing the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like it's Quentin Tarantino's movie.
Yeah. Oh, look,
I don't know if I talked about this on stream, but it was like it was pretty good.
That's the movie with the meme where Leonardo DiCaprio's like, hey. That's me.
Yeah. It's good though. I mean, it gets completely bonkers in like the last 10 minutes. Like in the same way that like you saw in Glorious Bastards, right?
Yes.
And like how it just gets completely bonkers. This like goes to that level.
Really?
Oh my god, yes.
Like the end of that movie, I was like, wait, they what? Did they really?
Exactly.
What?
Yeah, I mean it's like and this is very much that too, where it's the existence of these like fake like these characters that don't exist change like events that actually happen. Which is kind of like Tarantino likes his revisionist history, but like that's what's kind of fun about it. It's just like the movie almost like nothing happens in the movie, and then like the last like 10 minutes it gets completely out of control, like off the rails. I know that like his next movie is supposed to be his last one, but I don't think he'll be able to resist like having an idea. Like he always said he was going to do like something like 10 movies or something like that.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Oh yeah, Bullet Train is on. That's on Netflix. I should watch it. Exactly. Like the ending is completely over the top.
I've always had a big soft spot for just like 16-bit like palette cycling, like for waterfalls and stuff like that. I still think it's a pretty nice effect. So like we went into space and now we're like going to like the center of the earth or something. Like this game just keeps going places. Pico something.
Yeah.
Poco Pico Po.
That Once Upon a Time in Hollywood it should be on the Vudu if you want to watch it sometime. It's like 2.5 hours long, so it's longer and almost like it's funny because almost nothing happens for like most of the movie.
I forget where Drum
it's just
and
like little vignettes of like whatever.
Oh gosh, what would they call a soccer ball?
No, top. It was the top
Oh,
option.
Boru. just the ball.
Or wait.
It was a Boru.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the ladybug is a weird one, isn't it?
That's the long, big long word.
Okay.
Yeah, Kaylee Gamer. That's just when somebody mentioned Bruce Lee, like that's what I thought of.
Duck.
That's his little bit in that movie.
How you say duck?
Oh,
it's a duck. It's going quackers.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Sorry.
It's fine. We've got lots of tries.
Oh, it was Ahiru, but I didn't see it in the list. Or maybe mallard is a different word.
Oh
gosh, what's this?
Oh gosh.
I can't even tell what it is.
It's a flamingo.
Oh, it's a flamingo.
Tony Escobar with $1.99 says the novel he wrote about the movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Too. I've heard that it adds like a whole bunch of story and context too.
Woodpecker?
Yeah. And they're really digging with the bird names.
Yeah. I just guessed.
Oh, did you get it?
No, I just guessed it.
Oh.
I think. Wait, I thought I was wrong. Maybe I was.
He said you got it right.
Did he? It looked like an onomatopoeia word, so that's why I picked it. Because I thought, a woodpecker would probably be an onomatopoeia word.
Don't believe it's an onomatopoeia word, but good guess anyway.
I wonder if that book is on the Tarantino's book is on an Overdrive. You guys ever are you familiar with the Overdrive app where you can like put in your library card and you can sign out books from in audio books from your local library for free?
Maybe
I have a couple of apps like that, but neither are called Overdrive.
Well, it's called like Libby Overdrive. Or something.
Yeah, Libby is one of them.
Yeah,
I've used that a couple of times.
If people have not taken advantage of that, it's totally worth it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to check out ebooks and audiobooks and stuff.
Yeah. I just checked out Masters of Doom after finishing Doom. I don't know if there's an audiobook version of Masters of Doom, but it's not available on there. And the thing is the audiobook is narrated or read by Will Wheaton. And like now I can't listen to him read anything after I listen to him read Ready Player One. Like it's the only thing. Like I associate that voice like with the first and second books of that.
We're Battletoads in now.
You are? Wow.
I'm gonna see if this book is on here though. Oh, here it is. Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, they have the audiobook version, I think. It's 13 hours long, and does Tarantino read it himself?
Oh, wow.
No, it's never narrated by Jennifer Jason Leigh. That's awesome. I'm going to.
Wait, this is the novelization of what?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But he adds like a whole bunch to it, I guess.
Huh. It's his own novelization?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, I have to put a hold on it. So they only have so many copies, right? Using this. So it looks like there's about a 3 week or an 8 week wait because there's 3 people have it on.
Huh.
But I'm going to do it anyways. That's cool though.
That's interesting. You know, I like. Oh, look! I got a jetpack. That reminds me of Drum and I watched this. It was pretty weird. This Japanese horror movie we watched on Thursday called Pulse, or the Japanese name is Cairo. There's an American remake that Drum said he saw and it was not good. And the Japanese movie itself was like, like the most.
Oh, that's the one where like it's like a
ghost,
like a plane crash at the end or something.
Yes, like basically ghosts are like taking
the
over the world through the internet, which is like the most 2001 concept ever, right?
Yeah. Is it a new movie?
No, it was 2001.
Oh, okay. So
it was period appropriate, but it was kind of goofy, really, right? But like I was reading up about it after the fact, and like the director of that, who was the director of Sweet Home, by the way,
I
did his own like novelization of the movie, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting idea, like the director like doing their own novelization. Man, I can't stop thinking though about this this one special effects shot in it though. Like there was this shot of this woman like up on like a tower, and like you can clearly see that it's like a real human like climbing up there. And she falls off, and the camera pans down, and you see her hit the ground. And Drum and I were just like, how did they shoot that? Like, if this was like a Marvel movie or something, like I wouldn't have thought about it. Like, I wouldn't have second guessed it at all. Because like, oh, special effects. But like, this was 2001, like a low budget horror movie, right? Like how'd they do it? And we tried to like, there was, I guess, a Reddit thread that like said something like, there was like, I guess 2 takes that they merged together, and then they like, this stunt woman like had like a strap on her that they, you know, painted out, but like we like rewound and looked at it again, and we're like, I don't see a cut here. Like it like it was just, I can't stop thinking about that shot, because like you don't often see something that's like such a, in theory, simple special effect like shown in such a way where it's like you just like can't quite figure out like, wait, how did they mask that? Like it's just there's like no obvious or easy way to mask it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was actually quite impressive.
There's $5 from EB Chill 2.
Oh,
with no
thank
message.
you.
Thank you.
So I get 10 tries to. Oh, this is the matching game again, where on 3-year-old mode, there's only one really obvious one. Oh wait, this is well, a little less obvious, but still pretty obvious.
Curious how high that name count or age counter goes.
Yeah, right.
Probably 99.
When she goes all the way back up to the top. Like
what does this matching game look like if you say 99? Like, does it scale back down as you after you hit a certain age, or does it just
it would
keep
need
going?
to, right?
I mean, honestly,
the images get simpler for like bad eyesight.
Yeah.
That would be reverse scaling, like Jonathan Henson was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
But like, I wonder what they do for these pictures, because like there doesn't seem to be any changes in the pictures other than just like the direction they're flipped. So like do higher difficulties have like actual changes in the pictures? Like,
I would imagine so. Yeah, like.
but that's like a whole other sprite they'd have to have in the game.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
how
I don't know. They'd have to alter the pixels, I would think.
Look how
in some way.
annoyed this cactus looks when I get things right.
He does look
It's just like,
He just looks annoyed all the time.
Yeah, the DF Retro video that came out today was good. You know, John made that in like 2 days.
Oh, was that the one he made just before he came to the U.S.?
No, he did another one before he came to the U.S. But this is one that
which one was
he wanted to do like a what?
Which one was it today?
It's the Gunbuster one.
The Taito arcade game one.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of, but I thought that was the one that he made in like just a couple days before he came to the U.S.
Nope, he did another one.
What was the other one? Or maybe we're not supposed to say. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, like the Road Rash is the one I've been helping him with. I don't appear in it, but you know, I'm helping. I helped him like get all kinds of materials and recorded, you know, like a bunch of B-roll and everything.
It's really interesting how in this game, it probably has like the most like look room I've ever seen, like in a platformer. Like, look how close to the edge of the screen I am. And then if I turn to go the other way, it starts easing the other way. Like I actually appreciate that. Certainly a lot better than.
Maybe that changes depending on the age too. Makes the game easier.
Who knows? Oh, this is a new character. They've done some looping back of some of the characters.
Oh, Road Rash 32-bit is amazing. I mean,
another
it's
one of these.
I mean, that's definitely a top 30 game for me, probably. I mean, you know, that would be like a really interesting thing to try to do, is like come up with a personal top 30 games of all time. Like, there's like so many things that I'd probably put on there, but I don't even know. Would 30 be too much, or would 30 be not enough? I don't know.
I mean, you know, I always like to say there's there's more than 10 games that I would put in my top 10.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but like, what if you did like a top 30? Like my top 30 games of all time. That gives you a lot of room to kind of put some you know, like out of left field choices in there.
Mm-hmm. Or what if you just did like what if you just did like what if you did these are getting a little more complicated. What if you did like you know, one game per year?
Yeah, no, I thought about that, you know. Like, what if we did something where it's like, you know, the games that we played 2001 through 2010.
Oh, man.
Like, can you imagine something like that? Like, if we didn't, you know, it wouldn't be like games we were playing that year, but if we made like a video that was a selection of games that we played during that time.
Right. Yeah. Like, that's actually a really fun,
right?
Like
pick 5 years or 10 years, and then like you don't have to. Obviously, you won't remember everything.
Yeah,
but I mean,
the games we played in 2008.
like if you have, I mean, the backlog rate memory card doesn't save back that far.
It does not. I mean, it deletes after.
That would be kind of cool though. Like if there's like, I wonder if that is like
the new one's going to be.
There's any way to archive that or to access those that.
I don't think they're
cached or something like that.
I don't think so.
Once it's gone, it's gone. The only way to ensure that what you have now is going to be saved would be to do a save as on the memory card page.
Right.
The new version, I think, is going to have an infinite memory card, though, because it's going to be like a piece of data that's attached to the game itself, right?
I believe so.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like for the current site, it's like the last 800 entries, and then it starts bumping stuff off. So depending on how often you make changes to your backlog rate, that could go back a decade, or it could go back a couple of years.
Right. Yeah, I mean, my memory card clears out pretty fast. I think I get like 2 years at most.
Yeah. Maybe 2.5.
Maybe 1.5. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, that's what's good about the video, is that it kind of gives like a permanent like thing to archive that in as.
You mean the video that I mentioned, like, oh, hey, I'd like to do a video sometime?
Oh, no. I'm talking just like our yearly videos.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It does give a little bit of an archive of that.
But it would be fun to kind of go back and think about certain games you played.
I love that idea, honestly.
It'd be tough to figure it out, but I mean, if you look through all your stuff, you can probably go through Twitter and find that information, honestly.
Yeah. Or, I mean, some things we could just...
Your personal Twitter?
You could just remember, like the games we played in, like, 2013. Like, that would probably be relatively easy because we started the channel. So there's a few short videos that we know we played. We know that was like late generation stuff, like The Last of Us and Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns and Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that...
Is it 7?
Pretty sure I have I exported my personal tweets or whatever to like a you can get like a PDF or something like that with it, or like a text document.
This sort of reminds me of the 4th Super Famicom Goemon game, where all of the boss fights are mini games, but they aren't like these like puzzly quiz based ones though. They're more action. Like one of them was like one of the hardest button mashing things I've ever had to do. Oh, this is interesting music. Oops. I think it's the first time in a while I've died. I hate that I ended up playing on this difficulty level, but I'm also like... I'm pretty sure I chose normal course difficulty, so I'm still confused. It's... The difficulty scaling in this game is definitely fascinating. But I doubt there's very much
I'm gonna
English...
run to the bathroom. I'm gonna fill up my water. I'll be right back.
Whoa! Oops. I doubt there's very much English language info about this game in general. I think I went to GameFAQs and I saw... I don't even know if it had like a message board with any info on it. But I don't know. I really like how the game looks. Like that's definitely what draws me to it. I just think it's really visually interesting. Super Famicom use of the hardware. They do some interesting visual tricks in a lot of the levels.
It's pretty colorful too.
Yeah, a lot of parallax, a lot of color, a lot of like interesting transparency effects. And like it definitely just feels like you're really going on this journey, like, you know, up the mountain and through the volcano and into space and then down the trench and then into the middle of the earth. It keeps going. Okay, I have to. Okay, first turn. Okay,
yeah.
First turn.
When you see the question mark is when you need to find that number.
Yeah.
I wonder what this could possibly be in harder difficulties.
Just more numbers on the board, I assume, and probably the hand moves more quickly.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot that you're racing another hand.
Yeah. I'm assuming there's a way to play these. I don't. Oh, see, Oh, you beat me. See, I was looking at the turn number. And I was like, where that number's not here.
You gotta look for the question mark.
Where is 15? I can't figure out what these enemies are supposed to be. They have these like pink circles around their mouth.
It kind of looks like a gorilla or something.
I was kind of thinking more like a platypus.
A platypus? The guy on the right?
Yeah, like I don't know.
No. He doesn't have the tail, does he?
I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like a weird colored beak to me.
What? No. I think that's just the color, like a patch of color around his mouth.
I don't know. I feel like the villains are sea creatures, though, because there's like this like motif of like a giant catfish. Like on like a castle in the back.
Chat's saying he's a ripped platypus, so maybe I'm wrong.
Like that sort of shape often is like meant to be a beard, but there was like a lady boss character too, who had like she had like a M. Bison hat, and she had the pink thing too though, like the pink beak or round looking mouth thing.
Yeah, it just doesn't read as a beak for me for whatever reason.
Homer Simpson species. I guess maybe the ladies could have the Homer Simpson scruff too. So we've gone back out above ground. Oops.
Oh, I have no idea what my top 5 would even be.
Top 5 games?
Yeah. I mean, like, immediately I think like Space Harrier, Phantasy Star, Lunar 1. And like after that is like where it just like Skies of Arcadia.
I feel like you've probably already listed more than 5.
No, that was
I think that was
4.
like 4.
Yeah.
Like I say, there's more than 5 games I'd like to have in my top 5. Like, man, like, I mean, the ones that come to mind first would be, Mario 3, Mario 64, Final Fantasy 6, but then like where I go from there, if I'm really trying to, like, I feel like there definitely have to be a Kirby in there, but which one?
I think that it'd be kind of a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Fun video to make.
Like
sure.
I'd like a Resident Evil to be in there, but again, which one? But man, yeah, that'd be tough.
Which version of Skies of Arcadia would be? It would be the Dreamcast version. It always bothered me that the GameCube version, I could hear the compressed audio in the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't know why, it just annoyed me. But
no, I get it.
Just specifically in the music, when I first popped that in, I was excited to replay it, and it immediately took me out of the experience. And I've never finished the GameCube version because of it.
I don't know like how GameCube and Dreamcast music generally compares, but that reminds me of when I played Breath of Fire 2 as a kid, and then I picked it up on GBA as an adult. The original was on Super Nintendo, and I started playing the GBA version, and the music was just driving me crazy because it is not the same, the same sound of the music that I was familiar with and that I loved, and like I cannot play this because it just sounds terrible to my ears.
Well, just like when I was at your house, Coury, you put on that whoa, that was loud. You put on the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. Wow, that was a lucky guess there. I didn't
like the vinyl.
The vinyl, and like I couldn't tell. Like, do I hate this because we're gonna find out what this thing is? Maybe. Shishi Mai.
Yeah.
We didn't know what that was earlier.
Yeah. I don't know what a Shishi Mai is.
I think it's like one of those like demon dogs. I have no idea what a crab is.
Oh, crab is usually Connie, but I guess that's a hermit crab.
Yadokari.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it literally means like renting a house.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, there would be games played in, like annual episodes. But I mean, I think it'd be more fun to go back and say like, these are the games that I think that I played.
These are the games we think we played.
I mean, that would be kind of a fun idea, right?
It would be very fun.
It's like a name, a title for a video that would be so stupid that it like makes it kind of like, what are they talking about?
The games
it
we
makes
think
it clickable
we played.
because, like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, exactly. The games we think we played. I love that.
The games we think we played in 2001. That would be. I mean, you just look at the releases.
Look at the.
For like a long time, there was like chances are we were only playing games that were coming out that year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could do. I mean, yeah, that's true. Although, in some cases, I would probably be able to figure out like, oh, what's an older game I played that year? Like, I could probably figure it out because I'd be like, oh, I remember I played this shortly after this or something. Like, I mean, we could go for like 20 years in the past and do the games we think we played in 2003.
Yeah.
I just love that title, the games we think we played.
Yeah. I mean, go 30, the games we think we played in 1993.
Oh, man.
I mean, that would be...
Oh, that would be really hard.
It would be.
That would be super lame for me, though, because at the time, I only had a NES and Game Boy.
But still, so
I mean, I could tell you...
It's got to be 2 hours.
I mean, like before...
It would be interesting to track, like, how your range of games you played.
I mean, what's funny is I could tell you the games I owned in 1993.
Really?
Well, I mean, because before I had a Super Nintendo, it wouldn't have been all that many. It would have just been like probably less than 15 NES games and much less than that for Game Boy games. Game Boy games were probably Tetris, Super Mario Land 2, I don't think I got Wario Land until 94. I don't think, because I think that was like I got that like right when we moved to Delaware. I owned Home Alone on Game Boy.
Oh, I had that on Super Nintendo. It was awful.
I mean, I liked it on Game Boy. I grew to like it. I mean, it's just one of those things that you learn to like the games that you had. Even if they were a little bad. Home Alone 2 was terrible though. Home Alone 2 on Game Boy, because that's like Drum's always got his story about Balls 3D being just because his parents said well, you can buy a game, and that's the only one that jumped out at him, even though it probably wasn't a great choice. Like, that was me. My uncle was like, hey, I'll buy you a Game Boy game. And I'm like, I don't know. Home Alone 2? I like the first Home Alone on Game Boy. It's terrible,
know,
though.
Man.
Oh, no!
Oh, no. Oh, it's asking you which mini game you want to play.
Oh.
Let's see.
What's an easy one? What about the puzzle, like the Tetris-like one where you're making like the block?
I'm not sure what they called that one. You could do it might be that Coury Carlson, the second from the bottom on the right.
Oh, let's find out.
See, someone says, Metal Jesus did a video on the games that he played the longest by using the sort games by length of time played.
Oh, on Switch?
On Switch, yeah. Which is kind of cool, but I realized just now that like that stuff doesn't carry over if you transfer systems.
It doesn't?
No, I mean, I'm looking at mine on my non-OLED, and like top is like Dragon Quest XI and Breath of the Wild, and on my OLED, which has been my main system since Metroid Dread came out.
Oh wait, no, it's
like
this one.
Animal Crossing and Ys Origin and Metroid
This
Prime Remastered are my top ones on there.
Oh.
So that stuff doesn't carry over.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I mean, it does carry over on your profile. Oops.
Can you log into your Nintendo account and get the hours?
Because I just switched over to the OLED.
Yeah,
it'll say on my profile, but like that only goes so far back.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any way you can check that stuff like through your account, like on the website.
Well, that's what Scepter Sever is saying. So I'll check that out right now.
Oh,
but
I didn't know that.
But a lot of my playtime for some things can like come down to like oh, I was recording this game for something. Do we have any other guesses of what could be the Tetris blocks?
Maybe Kaiten, the one above the X one out. Yeah.
Kaiten that's like turning around or something, right?
Yeah. Also the 3DS had told you like what games you played for how long, and it might even have told you what year. Like
in the system itself? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Geez.
Oh no. Okay, I was wrong again.
What
is that?
Is
I can't even tell what the picture is.
Is it a squid? It's an airplane.
Is it? Oh,
I
wow.
don't remember what that...
Hikoki.
Wait, is it an airplane?
Or a jet. Yeah, it's like the front of a jet.
Wait, no, I think it's a train.
Is it a train?
I think it's a train.
Oh.
That'd be Densha, right?
Yeah.
Densha de Go. That Tanuki?
Oh. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, wait.
You got it.
Wait, did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or wait, no.
I don't think I did.
He said it was wrong. Never mind.
I'm doing bad. Oh, jeez.
Some kind of bird, right?
Yeah.
Is that a sparrow? I don't think that's a sparrow, but I don't know what else it could be.
I don't know. Oh, this is hard.
See, find this information on the website.
Okay, that's the airplane. What was the airplane word?
Hikoki.
Hikokin.
Oh, you
I don't see it.
It's in katakana. second from bottom.
See, that's why I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't know why they mix up with the hiragana and katakana. It's really weird.
Oh, jeez. Is that a bus?
Is that a fire
Fire
truck?
truck? Oh, gosh.
I don't even know what fire truck. Oh, wait.
I just took a guess. These are really hard.
Yeah.
Lion.
Oh, that one's easy.
Ryan.
Ryan. Think you did it.
Did I win?
Yeah. You got the
Oh wait,
point.
no, I got a sweat drop.
No, he said you barely made it.
Oh.
Fine.
Oh. I just noticed he's got a cigar.
I think the dad had a cigar at the beginning too.
Oh, I thought it was a pipe.
Oh, it might have been a pipe. I didn't.
Oh, we gotta
have
do
it.
another. Okay, what's gonna be
Okay.
Tetris?
Your guess is as good as mine. I've been wrong twice now.
Well, let's just go the one above again.
Oh, you gotta get 7 right.
Oh no, that's a lot. Oh, good.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah,
I
there's no way to. As far as I can tell, there doesn't seem to be a way to do that. Look at that information on the website.
Oh, fire truck was Shobosha.
Ah. Pretty long word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one. No words.
No Japanese skill needed for this one.
I wonder how many of these I have to do.
I don't know. This is such a weird game.
Meow.
He's very mad.
Oh, he's about to
someone
Bowser
wants to,
himself here.
Make that.
Yeah, I was thinking that
edit
too.
to The Star Wars movie.
Oh, maybe if you make him mad one more time, he'll stomp himself out. Oh,
He already did.
Did he do it? Oh, okay. Look at that face. Wow.
Did it do it?
Oh, sounds like you did it. What is that?
Is that it? Is that the end of the game?
Maybe.
Like you saved that tree that fell over.
Yeah. Was that the goal of the entire game, was to get the trees to stand upright again?
I have no idea. I didn't really catch much of the beginning. They're so happy.
Well, I guess I will mark on my backloggery that I beat it as a 3-year-old.
I mean, how do you feel about it though?
I mean, it's I think it's a visually very interesting game. Gameplay wise, like, not necessarily amazing, although the levels are the courses are fun. They're not amazing or anything, but they're fun. But it's like a $2 game.
Is it really?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, well then there. Yeah.
It's worth it, yeah. Like, all of the Wagyan games are like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a $5 game, but it's not much.
Wagyan.
I'm pretty sure I paid like $2 or $3 for this.
Okay.
It's worth it. It's worth it for that easily.
Yes, 100%.
Definitely a cute little game.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel like something that I like. I don't watch you play this and think, oh, I need to get this. I don't feel any desire to get it myself.
But, I mean, the attract mode was literally attracted me to streaming this today.
Yeah.
Because like I had it while I was cleaning games, and I'm like, man, like look at all of the visual variety and all the levels and all the things going on. Hey, Sandy,
can you show us that Power Rangers game though next?
I can. I mean, I'd like to save the stream another time. Hey, Sandy, you want to say hi to the stream? Say hi. Hi. You've been sleeping. You've been
did a big old yawn.
You've been lazy butt. You've been lazy butt, which is good. That's what you should be during streams. Yeah.
I thought maybe Nelly would come down. She was hanging out with me earlier today. I thought she'd come down and say hi.
Is that your cat?
No, my dog.
Oh, you have a dog. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's fairly new. I mean, she's a year and a half now. She's a little Shih Tzu.
Oh, that's cute. Oh.
I had a hard time herding your cat off of my bed when I was there the other week.
Oh, so you do have a cat?
Yeah.
That's Sophia.
Oh, gotcha. After Blaster Master?
No.
That's what I like to think.
Sophia the Third or something, or Sophia the First was like a kid show that my kids liked.
Oh, okay.
Presented by.
Well, yeah, I would like to think that.
Yeah, I would. I do. Yeah.
I like to think it's Blaster Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do have the Power Rangers game there, but I do also have I've got a whole stack of games here.
Why don't you close your eyes and pull one out?
Oh, okay. I'll pull from the middle of the Super Famicom stack because I can't see what any of those are.
Robert Hernandez, I've been sick since Thursday. I thought it might be like allergies, but it ended up being like much worse than that.
This is Romancing Saga. Let's not do that.
Oh, come on, try.
I mean, I can, but
no, I'm kidding. It's
I don't.
fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But what I want to point out about this, I mean, I know it's blurry, but I had been looking for years. I mean, it's hard to tell maybe with some of the LED lighting I've gotten here, but I've been looking for years for a copy of Romancing Saga that didn't have a yellow back half.
Really?
I'm convinced this is the only one in existence. Because this is like a $1 or $2 game.
Yeah.
Right? So whenever I was putting, for the past couple of years, whenever I was putting together like a cart for Japanese imports, I'm like, let's look at their cheap games that I'm interested in. You know, that's how I got Wagyan Paradise. Was I'm like usually like sort of a maybe middle or higher priced game that I'll see the seller has. I'm like, ooh, I'm interested in that one. Now let me fill out.
In this.
Yes, exactly. Let me fill out my cart with like a bunch of cheap games that like wouldn't be worth importing on their own, but like will add very little to the the combined shipping, right?
Oh,
so,
you know what?
I was always looking for Romancing Saga, but I was holding out. I mean, I will buy Super Nintendo games with yellowed shells, but I since it's such a cheap one and so common, I like kept holding out and kept holding out. I finally found one.
I want to say my copy isn't yellowed, but I haven't looked at it in a while.
All right, let's pull another from the middle of the stack here. Oh, this will be an interesting one. This is.
I can't see it from here.
I forget how you say this. It's got furigana. Karurao. It's Sky Blazer. It's called Sky Blazer in English.
The name sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't remember what that is.
So like this is a moderately valuable game. So this was the impetus for the order. I saw that this was for sale, and then I probably added Wagyan Land and a bunch of other cheap games when I ordered this. So this
like a recent order, or like a few months ago?
Probably several months ago. But these games have been sitting on a pile uncleaned for a while. So this is kind of a spiritual successor to Hook.
Really?
Yeah. It supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but the rumor is, I don't know if this is like confirmed by any developers or anything, but the word on the street is that this started off as a Hook sequel, but then a Hook sequel movie never happened.
Yeah.
So
then you see this game running, and you're immediately like,
I'm interested in this.
Nice.
Did you just make that?
No, I found it, but I've downloaded it. I'm going to add that to the soundboard.
Amazing. I love it.
But yeah, so they like repurposed this to like be their own original thing. I can't move, by the way, as far as I can tell.
Weird.
I think that was just
cutscene death.
Cutscene death, but it was really awkward. Yeah, this definitely plays a lot smoother than Hook, for sure. Like, your character is less momentum based, which is the most challenging thing about getting used to Hook. Because you really have to like
ethnicity inheritance.
That's just sorry. To download that sound file. It's making me watch an ad.
Oh.
It's all right. I've muted it and it's almost done now. But soon the I'm interested in this will be mine. Watch the ad again. There we go. I got it.
I keep looking at Stream Deck and I keep thinking like I want this, but like I can never justify it because it's like, I mean, I'm curious about like the phone version, but like I've heard like some people say that they've had connectivity issues with it. I don't know if that's a problem I would experience or not. Oh, I've got a. Is that okay? Yeah, that consumes a thing. But the other thing that like keeps getting me on Stream Deck is like, I just really wish it was wireless, Because like, since you stream most of the time at your desk, it's fine. Like,
yeah.
Like, I would have to run a cord across the floor that I would not want to have to run.
Yeah.
Oh, this appears to be a game that has 1-up respawns. Always appreciate it.
So you got the Japanese version of this.
Yeah, but the American and Japanese versions are similar price. They're both,
yeah.
They're both pretty pricey, but I think this is cheaper a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Dracula X situation. Although I think, I mean, the American version of this is a lot cheaper than Dracula X. But like I actually got Dracula X Japanese sometime a year or two ago because I found it for a much lower price than I had any idea that it could be had for.
I'm gonna see if this works.
I saw
It's a little loud.
a little low,
I'm interested in this.
a little loud.
There we go. We're good.
That was,
I mean,
that was a little too loud. You might need to adjust it.
Well, I know. I mean, that's just because I had turned down the computer audio. All right.
I don't know why I keep getting that.
It's got a world map, though.
Yeah. I mean, so does Hook.
Oh, this game is it's $75.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey. But
I like the when he jumps and he like just
does a flip.
puts both of his arms out.
I mean, very like Hook, right?
Yeah, he's just like leaving it to fate. At that point. Oh, people in Japan are angry that people in the West are buying their games for cheap and are driving up the prices.
Well, they're still cheaper than they are here. I mean, I often think about that though, like so many Japanese games are just like getting drained out of that country and will never return, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I doubt the same is happening for American copies. Like, something that really surprises me is that, like, John and Audie are always saying, like, European collectors aren't interested in American versions. So, like, you can get really cheap American games in, I mean, you know, North American versions. If you want the NTSC version in Europe, like, it surprises me that more collectors over there aren't interested in the NTSC versions. I would be. But still, their prices are still nothing like our prices.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's really frustrating now. And it's definitely made me like less interested in even just like looking in general.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely noticed especially in the past year, like a lower frequency of like I tend to be buying fewer games when we go to conventions and when I go to the game store and stuff like that. Like, part of that is price, and also part of it is like, you know, maybe I'm finally starting to run out of interesting games.
Are you though? Are you really?
I'll keep figuring out something new that I want.
I mean, you haven't even like got into like Saturn or anything like that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, see, you saw some of the interesting things we played on Saturn, like when John was here, right?
oh, I mean, sure. I mean, but it's just that like Saturn is so expensive. Like I generally haven't really given it that much consideration.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I mean, there's a ton of stuff that I don't even know really what's good, and you know, but I do like getting Japanese games for it because they are a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And often anyway.
I don't know. I gotta admit that I definitely been looking through like some of like my like say Switch games and think like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna ever play this, or if it's something that I maybe have something like a duplicate version on a different platform. Where I'm thinking like, oh, I don't even know if I need to have this.
Yeah, I get that.
I think that I was thinking that about like.
Oh, you do a little combo.
That Stranger Things game.
Yeah, doesn't seem great.
I mean, it's something I'm never gonna play that. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna play it. Yeah, I mean,
got him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sometimes it's just harder to let things go, especially now.
Got a dash.
Because you think like, oh, I wonder if I'll what if I need this for something eventually, or if if I regret this.
How does that let me see how that ability works. Oh, whoa. This is cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cases where I just, I may have bought, say, the Switch version and the PS4 version because you just, sometimes you just never know, if one's going to run better than the other.
I mean, generally what I'm concerned about, I'll get PS4, PS5, but sometimes it's I'm not concerned about how this will run, and, I like,
for sure.
I like the controller options that I have on Switch. The Super Nintendo controller and NES controller and Genesis controller and stuff like that, where I'm like, oh, this would be fun to play on Switch. I'm going to switch to another game on my Super Famicom stack.
I mean, but, what I'm talking about specifically is, say, Streets of Rage 4. I bought both versions because, when it was time, when the pre-orders for that were up, you just weren't sure if the Switch version was going to run as good. But now it turns out that they're identical. And I had the vanilla PS4 version, or not the vanilla Switch version, and I just gave it to a friend. And a lot of times, stuff like that, I'd rather just give stuff, unless it's something that's worth a bunch of money. Yeah. If it's something that I don't see myself really wanting, or I have multiple versions of it for whatever reason, I think I'd rather just give it to somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it looks like there's a couple of super chats here.
Yep. There's $20 from Robert Hernandez.
Thank you.
Thanks for the stream as always. Try invest in ODEs and you'll quickly find more games to pique your interest. Coury, my grandmother swears by Vicks Vapo Rub.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. The cough hasn't been that bad. I think I'm only noticing it now because I'm talking more than I've talked since I got sick. So it's just...
I'm letting this opening cutscene play because I was watching it earlier today, and it has some lens flare, which is a rare sight on Super Nintendo.
What is this game?
You'll find out. Does anyone know what this is yet?
Not yet.
It looks like Geese Howard. Oh, it's is this Gun Hazard?
It is Gun Hazard. But yeah, I mean, yeah. I've got ODEs set up on my PS1, and I've got GameCube with it. I need to get my Dreamcast and Saturn more fully set up for that. I mean, they are installed, but I've just not set up the SD cards.
But what about in your X Station? Have you used it that much?
Not hugely. There it is. Look at that lens flare. It's pretty good.
Whoa.
It's like got the ocean, like all parallaxing and 3D looking. It looks great.
It's pretty cool.
I when I use my PS1 digital, I use the X Station because that's what's in that system. I used it when we streamed Brave Fencer Musashi a few weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
So, if am I right in believing that this was actually made by the Cybernator people?
Yeah.
The assault suit
the
people?
assault suit team. That's when you play it, you'll be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've popped. I mean, I've not popped in my cart before. But oh yeah, that feels exactly like Cybernator.
Yeah. There's also $1.99 from Joshua Helmicke. Thank you. Saying you can't regret what you're not using, or you can't regret losing what you're not using, and that's absolutely true.
But you fear that you will.
Oh, I mean, really, will I? I don't know.
Yeah, it's true to a point. Like, I sold my old collection of Nintendo Powers, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, and sometimes I'm like, kind of wish I hadn't sold them. But then I'm like, they were also just taking up room 99% of the time.
Yeah. And I understand that for the, like, especially for older, like, magazines and stuff that were yours, like,
yeah,
that's what I think is what gets me the most is that, yes, you can rebuy some of this stuff, but, like, especially for old games, for me, it's like, this was mine. This was here, like, when I, played it for the first time, or, like, this is what I played it for the first time on. Or like looking through magazines, like, this is the exact magazine that I was looking through.
Yeah, it has your name on it if you were getting it mailed to you.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what? You can't take this stuff with you when you die.
I mean, yeah.
I think that's. We're all getting older now, and it's like. It's like, yeah, I think that I was talking about it like a few months ago, where I was thinking about RPGs, like 40-hour RPGs, and about how when you think about how you can only like, how many RPGs would you say you play through a year? Like a 40-hour RPG, like maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3. I mean, when you consider that, and you play, like. Think of it like you're only going to be playing games for another, like, 45 years. I mean, that's not that many RPGs. You probably have more RPGs. I probably have more RPGs than I could theoretically play in that amount of time. Even if I wanted to,
Well, maybe you'll have more time to pick up the slack in future years.
Maybe.
In retirement.
That's what we'd all like to.
Yeah, that's the dream. It's retirement.
Yeah. But I mean, who knows, like, what you might feel like doing instead, though.
Yeah.
Especially like as someone who like works on a computer stationary like all the time. Like maybe it's like, oh, there's other stuff that I can do.
Oh, look, I don't want to overwrite. I guess this is saving. I don't want to overwrite those saves yet.
Yeah, the show says sometimes you have to realize that you're a shelf collector and be happy with that, or sell everything and get a windfall of cash. I mean, I just think about, like, if I had all this stuff and I die, like, my kids would likely just, like, sell it all. or my wife would sell it all, and it'd be fine. It would be a pleasant surprise, probably for them when they get that money. It's not like I'm going to be missing it.
There's a lot of menuing going on here.
I think there's a fan translation for this.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should pop in something that's not gun hazard. It does seem really cool though.
Joshua Helmick says he's gonna DJ during retirement. Yeah, that's very ambitious.
Let's play some Cameltry.
Ooh.
Oh, Cameltry. Yeah, that's right. It's the ball, right?
Yep.
Rotating maze on the ball.
What does? Oh, okay. I use D-pad or the face buttons. Oh, you can act. Oh, that's. I can like. Huh. Interesting.
Does it normally spin that fast? It seems fast.
Well,
Yeah.
I can.
Uncomfortably fast.
Well, I see if I can.
Comically fast.
I can look at that. I can like. I'm holding R, A, and right.
That's what you do if you can't figure out what your next move is going to be.
Yeah.
There you go.
The ball just floats there.
Yeah. So like, because it was showing on that tutorial, like I can use every direction. So I just wanted to try it.
Puco vision.
Well, I
That
can never
already threw up.
remember what the American version of this is called.
It's not called Cameltry?
I don't think so. It's called something else.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I have no idea what Cameltry or Cameltry is supposed to mean.
Me neither, but I love
sure
saying it.
Cameltry.
It's like on the tip of my
Cameltry.
brain too.
It's utterly nonsensical.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a camel on the box. And
Oh,
a,
I
is
mean,
there?
it's almost like a video game version of like one of those ball bearing mazes. Or well, that's kind of, I guess, in a way, that's what Monkey Ball is.
yeah.
This is like a little bit different than that.
Oh, I got an ouch.
There's not a camel in the actual gameplay, right?
No, not that I can tell.
So why would there be a camel in the box art and in the name? is what
And
I
it's in the
wanna know.
logo, like the M is like the shape of a camel hump.
It's bizarre. Maybe they just wanted to have a camel in just associated with the game for funsies. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, the Western release was called On the Ball.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
You know what else this guy reminds me of is Coury.
Irritating stick.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Well, isn't that what on the PS1 it was called irritating stick?
I mean,
What?
the Coury is kind of different than that, I would say.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's
It's not
more.
the spinning stick. You gotta like.
It is, but it's more involved than that, I would say. I like one of the Japanese GameCube games I really want to get is the GameCube Coury game, Coury Squash. It's called. Oh, gotta hurry up. But yeah, this is similar to that. What was this one of this? The arcade version of this was on like the Taito Egret, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Was it one of the games that played with the trackball, or no?
Maybe.
I don't remember. Those are always fun streams, like going through all of the games in one of those arcade things.
Yeah.
And then you—that's the only time you ever play it.
Abe's Games and Skate says we literally can't keep all of our games, even if we wish that was the case. Entropy will catch and they will decay and eventually stop working. Sounds like what Artemia said.
Yeah. Eventually, everything will decay.
Yeah. And you know what?
final trial of the practice mode anyway.
You know, all decay and, you know, nothing we can do about it. And, I mean, ultimately, I mean, I have no idea, like, how many people are going to, like, fully, completely care.
Man, we
The
got
world
really
will probably
deep on
end
this.
before
I mean, you know, I was surprised
society will crumble first, probably.
that I was surprised I didn't hear until yesterday about the Forest of Illusion closing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was the case either.
Oh, this makes me think of like Pilot Wings here. The way that spins
That's in
in.
darkness.
The warm up is over. That looks like the. I love how it's like standing in the ball on like the cliff at sunset. That's amazing. I love how this is in English too. The warm up is over. It's like the looking off at the cliff at the end of Revenge of Meta Knight.
Yeah.
This is a great little scene here. Ooh, oh, look at that. That's fun. That's fun.
You are
Oh,
an
that is
artistic
really cool.
player.
Also,
Yeah.
also rather difficult. How do I... Okay, B button enters. Whoa. 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 I did it. I did it.
All right, you want to hit us with one more?
One more. One more.
I mean, it's 11. We're not going to go over time, I guess, tonight.
Nah.
Like I said, I won't be here next week. I get to go to Naples, Florida, and then I'm driving across the state to Fort Lauderdale.
This is a game that I had been meaning to buy for years and years and years, but
Oh, this game.
the label is like so nondescript and unexciting.
This is Tetris Gaiden, right?
Tetris Battle Gaiden, but
Battle
it's just
Gaiden.
like
Okay.
it's just this big
what's the face
Tetris
did a
logo
really
in the
good
middle.
Video on this. Yeah, I got to go to Fort Lauderdale to
I want to be the ninja.
film something at a high school.
Huh.
That's like can you believe that there's a high school that is like worth sending someone from Cincinnati to
Yeah, no, it's there's a very good reason for it. I mean, it's because we have to film at a bunch of different high schools because like this thing that we do for work right now is it's for these different each city that we go to that we have this show in. It's this thing called the Courage Award, where it's always about like a high school student who overcame like some various serious
okay, yeah.
challenge, and we edit and we make a video on them about telling their story.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So this seems to be pre hard drop and pre reserve. I forget when that stuff was added. But obviously not during the Super Nintendo days.
No, we are filming in two different places. One place is in Naples, and then the next day we film in Fort Lauderdale. So we are renting a car, and we drive across because it only takes like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to drive all the way across Florida.
Oh, we share the whoa. Uh-oh. We share the next. I was wondering why I wasn't getting the next piece I would thought I'd get because we share the same like pile.
But I'm going a day early so that I can see family. Athens, Georgia. That's my brother just went to Athens, Georgia, and went to all the REM hotspots. Seemed pretty cool.
Oh no. What?
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, is up your special move?
I don't know who Try's gonna get in my place.
We shall see.
I'll be as interested as everybody else.
Me too. Oops. Man, what was that one game? I can't remember if I ever looked up how much it was. What was that weird, like, wasn't there, like, remember, Lynn, when Drum and you and I did this, like, we checked out a bunch of Super Famicom games, and one was like a medieval, it was like some sort of medieval themed, like, puzzle battle game. Oh gosh, and it played like something else, and I can't remember what it played like.
You're not thinking of the one with like the guy with the big hammer, right?
No. That's I finally did get that. I'm drawing a blank on what it's called.
Oh, was it like a columns game?
I can't remember. I remember it. I don't remember what it played like, but it was a puzzle game that played like another puzzle game. Gosh, I can't remember, but it was like this like medieval themed thing.
Yeah, Drum thinks it might have been the columns like game too.
That's kind of impressive that Kaylee Gamer was figured out who you're having in my place next week.
Oh.
Phil Spencer.
Oh, really? Yeah, we totally have the chops to arrange that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you guys are gonna play. What's that game?
We're gonna play Redfall.
Yeah, you guys are playing Redfall, right?
Of course. I'm sure Phil Spencer wants to think about nothing else but Redfall right now. You figured it all out.
People would be real excited about that, though, if that was to happen.
It would be spectacularly bizarre.
You're only allowed to say positive things about it during the stream.
Well, I mean, he did an interview where he was like, yeah, I'm really upset with myself for laying this happen. he was pretty honest. I mean, he seems like a really cool guy who's like, willing to be very honest about stuff,
Yeah.
Or at least it comes across that
interview
way.
that he did, but it's kind of amazing he did that though. Where he's like interviewed on kind of funny games or whatever.
Oh yeah,
he was very candid, and like as Alex Gavin says, he's almost too candid.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but like I read some quotes from it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like something like Redfall. Like I can't even tell you anything about it really. It's just like when it was immediately like revealed, I was like, "There's nothing about this that I have any."
I mean, the initial reveals were like really bad anyway because they were just like CG trailers and told you nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like
Was the medieval themed puzzle game Rampart?
no, it was a Japanese developed game.
For what system?
It was Super Famicom. And I can't remember what it was.
Scepter Sever says, wasn't Redfall in development for 8 years?
I mean,
was it? I mean, that's like
I don't
insane.
know.
If that's the case.
I mean, it sounds like
that makes me feel really bad for them.
I know. It sounds like they just like never figured out how to make it come together. Like, but it's the French studio that is like the good, the what's the developer? I'm drawing a blank on their name. You know, it's the French side of that studio is the one that people care about. Although I did not like I couldn't get into I couldn't get into Dishonored as much as people tended to.
Oh, you're talking about was it Time Loop or whatever?
Deathloop.
Deathloop, that's it. Yeah.
Although I think the Austin studio made I think they made Prey, which I heard was really good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really bad at this version of Tetris. So I guess we'll end on me being bad at Tetris.
And look for Phil next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should play Redfall in composite next week.
That
On
would
a CRT.
that would take some figuring out how to do, but better yet, I'll get Jim Ryan on, and he'll just be like, what why does anyone want to play these old games?
God.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't think of very many people who would probably be less fun to have on a stream than Jim Ryan. Like I just can't. But anyway,
thanks to everybody who donated.
yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thanks Lynn for being an impromptu guest to help me through Wagyan Paradise.
Sure. Anytime.
Hopefully it didn't inconvenience your Sunday night too much.
No, it was fun.
And so then Drum and I will be doing we'll be starting a replay of Code Veronica tomorrow.
CV.
Yep. So that'll be fun.
As I said, like I'm making it like a huge priority to get that PS2 power adapter video out this week. Yeah, now that I've cleared the runway of like all my side things, I mean, hopefully it'll only take me a few days to make.
All right,
everybody.
See you next time.
Take care.
Good night.